Demand for microchips changed last year when the pandemic hit. Chips got channeled toward healthcare and electronics and away from car makers. NTD's Don Tran talks with an expert in the semiconductor market about the auto industry's current scramble to get their supply back.
When the pandemic struck, the auto industry was one of many that became crippled financially. And now, as the country travels the road to recovery, car makers are still falling behind. Brands like Ford, Toyota, and Subaru are forced to reschedule and even pause production due to a scarcity in semiconductor microchips. Jay Srivatsa is the CEO of a wealth management advisory company in California and has 10 years' experience working for tech firms in Silicon Valley. He said automakers are facing a semiconductor shortage because during the height of the pandemic, semiconductor manufacturers shifted their supply to industries that saw higher demand. Those industries included healthcare and consumer electronics.
So now we have a situation where there's not enough inventory buffers that now they have to wait, potentially maybe 3 months, 6 months before it catches up to demand.
But Srivatsa said that since the semiconductor market is cyclical, it might be time for other industries to go through hard times. He predicts that semiconductor providers will shift their supply chains again, as the auto industry sees more demand for its vehicles.
Now, with the automotive market coming back, they're going to need to switch production again. They got to shift production. And so that we may see some disruption in the supply chains in some of the industrial markets and maybe even the healthcare markets.
Srivatsa said the auto industry needs to build a better supply chain and inventory buffers to prevent another disruption in their production. Another sector he said will struggle will be the silicon manufacturers, which are integral to semiconductors.
The automotive silicon are in some ways lower profit margins than the smartphone and PC markets, products for them. So I think they are going to have to really think through how to balance the production so that they cater to the automotive market, but also keep their margins high. So variations in the financials of some of these manufacturing companies, and it remains to be seen how that plays out in the next couple of quarters.
Experts say certain products require many chips, and a shortage in just one could stop production. Reporting by Don Tran, NTD News.